ever had an identity crisis? When life changes, as it often does, it may cause us to feel like our identity changes along with it. When our job changes, we may go from identifying ourselves as employed or as a job title, librarian, nurse, to unemployed or retired. No longer does that skill or that title define us. Before I went to train to be a church leader, I was a school teacher, something I was really committed to. But it wasn't until I gave up that job and became a student once more that I began to realise that my identity, that who I was, who I had become, was tightly bound up in that job. And it took me a long time to find that my true identity was in God, not in my job or my role. It's a lesson that I continue to learn today. Yes, it can be painful sometimes. We take on so many different roles, don't we? Important roles, and they are a part of who we are. But do they define completely who we are? When our family changes, we may go from mum or dad of, insert child's name here, to empty nester, or perhaps unknown. Other family changes may be due to a change in our marital status or due to a broken relationship. Our health may change, causing us to go from able to dependent. Life can bring so many changes, both natural and those caused by the circumstances which we find ourselves in. Many of these changes can bring feelings of fear, feelings of uncertainty. For a Christian, a follower of Jesus, our deepest identity is made certain because God does not change. When we choose to follow Jesus, no longer is our identity based on what we do or who we are, but on whose we are. On whose we are. Because at the heart of what it means to be a Christian is to receive a new identity. And we don't lose our true selves. Jesus takes all we are, the good and the bad, and he transforms it. He transforms us. We become our true selves. And we become our true selves when we realise just how precious each and every one of us, how precious each and every one of you is to God. Now that idea may be alien to you. Depending on our past, we might have a distorted view of who God is. Maybe he's someone watching us all the time, just waiting for us to trip up. Maybe he's someone with a list of rules that we need to live up to. Someone who wants to restrict us in some way. But you know, the truth is actually very different. Because Jesus shows us that God's nature is love and compassion. He is the perfect parent. Just think about it this way. If God had a wallet, he would keep a picture of you right there in it.